The Battle of Jericho is one of the most famous stories in the Bible, found in the book of Joshua, chapter 6. It tells the story of the Israelites, led by Joshua, as they prepared to enter the Promised Land, a land promised to them by God. Jericho was a strong, fortified city with massive walls, and it stood as the first major obstacle in the Israelites' path. God instructed Joshua on how to conquer the city in a way that was both unconventional and miraculous. Joshua was told not to use weapons or force, but instead to rely on faith and obedience to God's commands. The plan was simple, but required immense trust in God. For 6 days, the Israelites were to march around the city once each day, with the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant, a sacred chest that represented God's presence. The priests were also to blow trumpets made of ram's horns, but the people were to remain completely silent during these marches. On the 7th day, the Israelites were to march around the city 7 times. After the 7th lap, the priests would give one long blast on the trumpets, and Joshua would command the people to shout as loud as they could. God promised that when they did this, the walls of Jericho would collapse, and the city would be theirs. The Israelites followed God's instructions exactly. On the 7th day, after they had marched around the city 7 times, the priests blew the trumpets, and Joshua gave the signal. The Israelites shouted with all their might, and just as God had promised, the walls of Jericho crumbled to the ground. The city was captured, and the Israelites were victorious. The story of the Battle of Jericho is often seen as a powerful reminder of the importance of faith, obedience, and the belief that God can do the impossible. It shows that victory doesn't always come through conventional means or human strength, but through trusting in God's plan, even when it doesn't make sense by human standards. This story has been a source of inspiration for generations, illustrating that when God is on your side, even the most daunting obstacles can be overcome. The fall of Jericho marked the beginning of the Israelites' conquest of the Promised Land, a key moment in their journey as God's chosen people.